Okay. Dog training is a never-ending process of evolving. This is a quote from Ivan Balbanov. He is one of the world's most famous dog trainers. What Balbanov means by this is that there is always a different way to train a dog occurring all at the same time, and everything is constantly changing to the point that every trainer has a different way they train dogs for the exact same thing. Everything there is to know about dog training is thanks to Ivan, because he has described all of his secrets to training dogs so that people like us can train dogs also. Teaching your dog to obey certain commands is important. While many commands are simply for fun, like play dead, speak, or roll over, other commands are essential for getting along in a world full of humans and other dogs. Having a dog is sort of like being a parent, because you are always having to watch your dog while you're outside. You're also having to feed, bathe, water, and care for them always, just like a child. You do not have to be an expert to get a dog to behave. Your own personal dog would already love and trust you, so teaching them new commands all one needs to do is choose what methods to use, either the aversive-based method or the reward-based method. There are certain commands that owners of dogs like to teach their dogs. The ones that are just for fun are such as play dead, speak, or roll over. There are some basic commands that are pretty much essential commands that an owner of a dog should teach their dogs. These commands are ones such as sit, stay, how to walk on a leash, and not to jump on people. There are several ways that dogs are like children. Dogs are just like children in one way, that you always must keep an eye on them to make sure they are not getting into trouble. Also, like children, you must keep them fed and watered every day. Lastly, another way a dog is like children is that they must be cared for daily and bathed often to keep them happy and healthy. There are two different methods of training that one can choose to train from. The first being aversive-based training, which is discipline training. Aversive-based is when you use positive punishment and negative reinforcement techniques with your dog. Negative punishment and positive reinforcement techniques with your dog. This is when one uses loud and unpleasant voices towards the dog. Physical punishments, meaning yelling to get the dog to do what you want them to do, or actually hitting the dogs. The con to using aversive-based methods is the dog will do anything you ask in fear of being hurt if it does not do it. There isn't a whole lot of pros because this is the one that not a lot of people like because it is being technically abusive towards the dogs. The second method one can use to train their dog is reward-based method. Reward-based methods use rewards only for the behaviors that you want your dog to follow, using rewards such as treats, belly rubs, or any other dog-pleasing action to get the dog to do whatever you want them to do. The con to using a reward-based method is the dog will expect a reward every time. The pros of the reward-based method is that most of the time this is the easiest one to train because they know that, hey, if I do this, I'm going to get a treat, and that's good. In this speech, we have talked about different commands to teach a dog, whether it is a fun command or an essential command that they may need. We discuss ways that dogs and children are alike by the way we must care for both children and dogs. Aversive-based method is one of the methods used to train a dog that we have talked about. A reward-based method is the second method that we have talked about. While both of these are good methods to use, most people tend to go towards the reward-based method just because it is an easier one to train, like I said, and because it's not being abusive towards the dog. Thank you.